Welcome back to Nintagious. We got a salty run back. That last, just, just have to be as difficult as possible, don't you? That last run ended in cataclysmic fashion, in which I recognized the problem and put forth actions to solve the problem, and then the cars decided not to. More or less. They had two facilities to go to, and instead of splitting 50-50, they all went to one facility and let the other facility boil over. So I'm a little salty. We still haven't beaten this. Well, we've beaten this stage. We haven't gotten the 1,000, the coveted 1,000 trip score that unlocks challenge mode, which is kind of what I'm looking for to say, okay, I did it. I'm comfortable to move on. Speed me up, by the way. Let's see what fresh hell they have in store for us this time. I forgot what city this was, but I think it's Dubai, actually. That sounds about right. There's two cities that have been giving me a lot of trouble. One of them is Dubai. The other one was Manila. That one was also just hellish. I don't like this, but I don't want to use both of my... I could disconnect these two from each other, but I'd have to use both of my bridges to do it, and I don't really want to. I think I'd rather save the bridges for later. As long as this doesn't become a main road, this should be fine. If it gets to a point where everything's funneling through this main road, we might have some issues. But until then, I think we're okay. We just have to prevent that from happening. Speed me up, by the way. I will take another bridge. Unfortunately, due to the salty run back, I'm a little focused in. The banter engine isn't primed. Don't really have anything to talk about. I think I was kind of only planning on recording like that one episode tonight because I had some other stuff I wanted to do. But here we are. It's fine. I have all night. It's early. It is not that early. It's 3 o'clock already. Damn. I thought it was like 1 o'clock. So, never mind. Hopefully this will be a better run so I can at least end on like a good note of... Doesn't even necessarily have to be a win in before I like lose at 900 and lose my shit. I just want to see a better run, I think. Because that last run, I feel like that last run was pretty fine. I think it was mostly working out until the very end, and then it was just kind of like, oh, this sucks. It just was so explosive. Yeah, we're gonna keep that nice and separated. I think it's kind of our only choice, as a matter of fact. Hit me. I will take another bridge. I think that's fine. I could probably still split up the greens and the yellows there if I felt the need to do so. At the moment, I'd say I'm not, but I also have 3 bridges, so part of me's like, just do it. Well, now I can't, so... Which is kind of why I was hesitating. I had this bad feeling that if I did it, they would have immediately undid it by doing something like this. Why? What did I do to you? Okay, slow it down for a second here. I think I want to turn all of these. I'm realizing having them all angled like that makes me hate it a little less. It's still pretty much hatred though. I'm not gonna lie. I want the greens to have a straighter shot here. This is what I'm getting at. I don't think I like that. I hate everything about this, but let's roll with what if we... That's pretty horrible too. Oh god, I hate this. This is kind of feeling like reset territory. Like, all of a sudden, I'm like, I hate everything about this. Just the way this worked out. I'm gonna hate looking at this for 45 minutes. But I don't think there's a whole lot I can do about it. Speed me up and see. Let's see how worse this gets. I'm honestly not above resetting it if I feel like it's just complete and total hell and I don't want it. I think this is complete and total hell and I don't think I want it. Just the way these houses are spawning in are like... Excuse me? Like, what is happening? I'm just gonna shamelessly reset it. This stage sucks. I am not a fan. They always seem to start you right on this river. And that just creates an environment where it's just immediately everything sucks. I'm gonna do it that way instead, because I have a hunch that everything else is gonna spawn up here. I don't like resetting like that, to be honest, but like there was... I've talked in some previous episodes over the last couple weeks about like just OCD in general. I have very, 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 very minor OCD, and when I say very, 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 very minor, I mean it's not like properly diagnosed or anything. It might just be like perfectionism more than OCD, although I would assume that they're kind of related in some way. And when it comes to this game, sometimes I just have to like surrender and say like, okay, I hate that, but like I'm gonna have to just live with it. That run, there was a little too much going on where I was like, I hate this. That hit a point where I was like, no, this is a reset. I need to not look at this anymore. Because it would have driven me just batty. Just batty. And not like a fun, like, Rouge the Bat baddie or like a cute little Pokemon baddie. Like, I mean, like, have you ever seen a real life bat? Like, yeah, that kind of baddie. Like, not good. Not the fun one. Just rabid and bloodthirsty. Okay, that's maybe overstating it a little bit, but I otherwise like where my head was going on that one. I guess I'll take the roundabout. I don't see it being terribly useful, but sure, bring it on, I guess. speed me up, by the way. Let's get this moving. Groovin', schmoovin', if you will. That's fine. That might be more than fine, because I might be able to actually take this bridge out. That's totally fine. It's actually like a warm hug. I like it. It makes me happy. I have a feeling this is going to be the type of warm hug that's immediately followed up with a backstab, though. No, that's fine. This is fine. I was expecting a stab in the back, and instead... Well, that sucks. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's using a lot of road tiles for no particular reason, which I'm not a fan of. I guess I'll take the traffic lights. It's not great, but what can you do? I didn't think I needed another roundabout. That seemed unnecessary to me. That's fine. That's fine. That's completely fine. I'm not even being, like, ironic at the moment. That's less fine? Fuck you. Oh, sometimes all you need is to be able to make yourself laugh. Although I say that, and sometimes people who clearly think that if they're laughing, that's all that matters. I tend to find that type of humor very annoying, so maybe what do I know? Typically, I don't think that's the part of it that makes me dislike that kind of humor, though. I think it's the fact that they have Peter Griffin humor, where it's just, like, tasteless and unfunny. Sometimes just outright offensive. And they're just like, well, I'm laughing, so this is fine. It's not fine. It's not fine. Be a little bit more self-aware. Read the room. I will take a bridge. I don't know what I'm doing with that house, this greenhouse up at the top yet. It doesn't seem very practical. I guess what I could do, especially since I have a fair amount of tiles now, is I could do... Stop. You don't understand. There we go. Can do this, and then I could just, like, bring you down here, I guess. It seems like a lot of work for one house, and they're probably going to put, I don't know, a yellow house here, or, like, a pink house here, just to ruin everything. Or this. This is pretty ruining. This is pretty horrible, and I hate it. Okay. Change of plans. I don't know what I thought the green was going to do there. I guess I'll just connect it down here. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, sure, whatever. It's fine. I mean, realistically, even this tilts my OCD. Because it's like, if you would have put it here, or here, or even here, or even here, or even here, or even here, those would have been fine. Well, okay, these ones in the back would have probably still sucked a little bit. But putting it back here is like, You took something that would have taken 1 road tile to connect, and you took it and you made it take 3. Like, what the fuck? That's just an arbitrary, like, just drain on your resources. I like how non-cluttered this area is, though. It kind of makes my heart sink a little bit, though, because I look at it and I'm like, oh, they're gonna put, like, a blue facility here. And then the blue houses are gonna be, like, over here. Like, I can already see it coming. To the point where I kind of want to just be like, no, you can't. Let's just put something here so it can't spawn anything to screw with me. But to a point, I'm also kind of like, let's see what you got. You know what I mean? Think I'm afraid of you? Like, bring it on, bitch. Alright, we're gonna just separate those nice and clean. Not great. It could be worse. But I'm not, like, livid. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, that's uncomfortable. Why you gotta be this way? What did I do to you? Etc. But do this, but it just makes sense. Also don't want to do this, but just, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like this. Okay, so we'll just do that. I don't love it. I dislike this early in a run, when I'm having to make this many sacrifices in regards to how I'd want to set up the city. That's how we get tilted. There's already been so many things that I've had to do where I'm like, I don't want to do this, but they are not giving me any other choice. And that is just... feels just real bad. I'm gonna take the motorway. I could kind of use the road tiles, but... I'm actually going to take this back, because if we're taking sacrifice, realistically, linking these out, like, making the greens go past one house is probably not the end of the world. It's probably still faster than having to weave all the way around here. And we get some road tiles back. But that's how you make a run where I'm just not having fun. When you hit me with that much stuff, like, right out of the gate. This is still, what, the first, like, 10 minutes of the run? Ish? And when you're making me, like, merge colors like this already, I'm not happy about it. Nope, I hate it. It sucks a little bit, but it's not, like, the end of the world, I guess. I don't want to do this, but I think we're gonna do it for now. As soon as we get another bridge, we can fix that right up. Kind of looking at this road and thinking, should I take this road out? This is actually perfectly fine. I have no problems with this. Like, should I take this road out? Well, I guess I have to look at it as, if I did take the road out, what would it do for me? What would it gain me? I can't take this road out because the yellows have to get down there now. So I would only be able to put a motorway from here to, like, here? That's probably not worth it. Well, no, I could still put it all the way over here, I guess. Just to give them a direct shot. I guess I could also use the motorway for the purples. I don't feel like I need to, though. I feel like a bridge would be fine there. I just need a bridge. That's why I started thinking about, should I just take this road out? Because these bridges are right next to each other. If I could make them the same bridge in some way, that would probably be fantastic. I don't think, with how they're set up, that's a thing I can do, though. I just don't think that's a reality. As much as I might wish that it was. I can't even imagine playing this on a phone, to be honest. Because, like, sometimes even with a cursor, I have a hard time, like, selecting stuff and doing what I want to do. Imagine trying to do that with, like, unresponsive touch controls. That'd probably single-handedly just ruin the experience for me. No pun intended. We will take the bridge. Disconnect you. Now's the part where we call the punchline. The punchline is going to be that they're going to start spawning purple houses over here. And then I'm going to have to reconnect it anyway. That sounds about right, I think. Or they'll put another purple facility, like, here. Although that wouldn't be the end of the world, because I could still connect it just fine. Purple houses in here would probably be the biggest. Oh, you took that road down because you didn't think you needed it? Guess what? You need it. Probably should have thought of that. Where is it? Ah, there. I'll admit it, I was glancing. I was allowing my attention to be pulled away. Which I should probably stop doing. What was that? Ah, cream. This is fine. This is fine. I would go as far as to say I like this. There is one thing I do not like. Do you see it? How much have you been, show of hands, how much have you been paying attention while watching this playthrough? The problem is that the two green areas are now bleeding into each other. So we have greenhouses down here connected here. We have greenhouses here connected here, and greenhouses here connected here. They are all now connected, which means that these greenhouses can come all the way over here, up through here, all the way down here, and hit this. In a perfect world, we don't have any bridges. Also, I didn't notice this motherfucker over here. That's cute. I think what I would want to do, again, in a perfect world, I'd need like 2 bridges to do this, is disconnect this. I guess I could do it in 1 bridge. And then come up here, build a bridge like right on top of the river, and then come around here and connect it here. That way it gets disconnected from the reds entirely. And then I could even put... No, I couldn't, because it's a bridge, and you can't have intersections on a bridge. Alternatively, if we have 2 bridges, I could connect it up through here, and then connect it over here. I think what we're going to have to actually do, and I don't like it, we're just going to connect it here. Because then if they do want to come over here, they have a shorter way of getting here. I think we're also going to stick a back road in here really quick. Just in case they do decide to do that. It just helps the greens get around a little bit more. I don't like it, but it keeps them out of this area. Except for this asshole. He's probably going to occasionally try to come down here to get here. Oh, we have like... no road tiles. I'm thinking. I said I'm thinking. I think... I might be overthinking it, to be honest. I think I should take this road out and put the motorway here. That's not the best place for a motorway to be, I don't think. But it gives us all of these road tiles back, and this bridge back. So if I wanted to do any of this stuff over here, I now could. Which might still be a decent idea. I don't think it's necessarily urgent, though. I think, if anything, putting a bridge here would just do the same thing that this did, except more efficiently. I could take this connection out, and I could take this connection out, and then just have a bridge here. Just to help the greens get around. And then we can connect these over here without intersecting anything. So I think that's the plan. I think we're going to take all of this out. You don't understand. We're going to give it a minute, because I'd like to get all that road back. Mostly so that I can connect the motorway without it being, like, completely idiotic and hideous. We've been down that road how many times? No pun intended. I would have tried to connect it, and it would have, like, warped, like, all the way out here and around instead of just connecting, like, straight fucking road. It's still kind of doing it, and I hate it. Why can't you just make a straight road? Think of how nice it would look. Why do you have to be difficult? Like, think of how nice it would look. Did you ever think of that? How nice it would look? What are you doing to me? Oh my god. I hate fussing with these things, dude. I hate it. What on earth are you doing to me? You've got to be kidding me right now. What is happening? Oh my god, it's so janky. Alright, so we're just gonna do that, because I don't feel like fucking with it any further. Oh my god, why? It's so painful. What is happening? Just connect it like a normal road. What is wrong with you? You've got to be kidding. You must be joking. I know it can do this. It's just choosing not to. Okay, fine. We're just gonna do it like that. Because it at least doesn't look completely stupid. Connect that right there. And connect that like that. We only have 2 road tiles, so this greenhouse is going to have to wait. All right, we have the bridge back, but we don't have any road tiles, so we can't put a bridge in here yet. Oh boy, do I want to though, because if I don't, you know how it goes. If I don't put these roads in, they're gonna put houses here just to be like, ha, gotcha. So I see you had a plan for this area. Man, it would just be awful if we just destroyed that. Also, fuck this. This is another, like, oh, you had plans? And I make this mistake a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and acknowledge it. I'm not gonna act like this isn't my fault. I just overextended myself trying to fix a non-issue. I overextended myself trying to organize things. And now I have no resources. And the game just gave me, like, a serious problem that needs fixing. You can wait. Total ass. Give me the road back, please. So I'm probably gonna need all of it. And I'm gonna have to use the bridge because... Haha! So funny. So funny. I don't think I want to connect it right here. I think that's a lousy idea. Because I fully expect them to continue spawning... Like, say we do that. Say we connect it... Like, hey, I can just demonstrate it, actually. Say we connect it like that. They're going to keep spawning greenhouses down here. And now I have no way of connecting them to this road. So I think putting the road there is, like, dumb and not helpful. As much as it's... As many goddamn road tiles as it's going to take, I think this is the play. Because then it gives us plenty of room to connect houses to this road. Now watch, they're going to put one right here, because haha, gotcha! Okay, I need another bridge. Thank you. Let's go ahead and put this in. Give them that little connection. Let's not do it like that. Let's do it like this. It looks like ass, but then it's one less spot for them to put a house in to fuck with me. Now we're thinking. If I would have done it like this, they would have 100% put a house here, which I could have just connected to this road. I would have hated it a little bit, but it would have been fine-ish, I guess. Then they would have put one here too, just to really rub it in. Just to really just to laugh it up. I kind of want to do... Again, they're going to put a house there, though, if I do that, so we're not going to do it. We're going to go for the right angles. I hate building roads like that. But what can you do? Connect to you. Okay, do I still need this? Or this? I think I can take... This is just one tile, so who cares? But that was, like, multiple tiles. Who's actually going to use that passage? Probably not a lot of people. If I had to guess. These guys can just come this way, or go the long way. Well, this is shorter, so they're going to take this way 100%. I hate these houses up here, because they're probably going to just come down here most of the time. You know what? Let's just put a little road here. That way I don't have to go all the way around through here to get there. Yeah, well, I don't think that's going to necessarily cause problems for anyone else, so that seems fine. Turn you. I guess we can reconnect all of these. Do I really want to do that? Like, not really, because I was gonna say money. It's not money. But it's, you know, it's still a resource economy. Yeah, that takes a lot of resources. And I have a feeling we're gonna have to rip it straight back down because I'm gonna need the roads somewhere else. Okay, do I still need this? Yes, because I want these guys to be able to come up this way, right? So I should probably leave that connected. I don't think that's the end of the world. I think that's fine. Could we reconnect this motorway to not be stupid? Nope. Okay, just thought I'd check. That is... I wouldn't use the word fine because I don't have any road tiles, but... That's also, again, not terrible, but I don't have any road tiles, so it's not... I wouldn't say it's great. Also fine. I don't have to use a road tile for that one, so that's actually fine. Less fine, because of course you had to put it back behind everything, because fuck you. And now I have to use, like, 57 tiles to connect to any roads, unless I want it to look terrible, which I don't. So I hate it. I'm gonna take these back so that I can actually address these before it gets any worse. Okay, I can't fully address it still, but one step at a time, I guess. That's fine-ish. That's fine-ish. No, that's more than fine-ish. That's just outright fine. I just need road tiles. Or for you to stop putting facilities in places like this that require me to use more road tiles than I'd really like. I'm just not a fan of the game spawning things in spots where it's like, we could have spawned this in a spot where it was convenient, and it would have taken you like 5 road tiles to connect it, but instead we're gonna like put the entrance in the wrong fucking direction so that you have to spend like 3 times as many road tiles to connect it. It's just like, it's insulting. And it's not problem solving. I guess that's my issue with it. Because you know what the solution is, it's just the solution sucks ass. Am I making any sense? Like, this isn't something that made me stretch my brain and be like, how do I want to solve this? It's just like, oh, this sucks, and there's nothing I can do about it. Therefore, feels bad. Now, I've pointed it out again and again and again, and I guess I don't want people to forget it, which is why I keep pointing it out again and again and again. That's another house in a position that's just in a... that's not that bad. Never mind. Wasn't really looking. Full base playing Splatoon. I see you. It is randomly generated, so there's no one to blame, really. It's just bad luck. Which you hate. I'm really starved for road tiles right now, and I don't particularly need any bridges. Could always use more bridges, but I think for now we need to just take the road tiles so that we can actually get all of this shit connected. And we even have some left over for our next catastrophe, which we've got to be coming up on soon. I think every time I've lost this map, I've made it about to 500 or 600 before shit completely hits the fan. So something bad's gonna happen here soon. How's our traffic looking? I think it mostly looks okay. It's flowing. So that's not a problem. We do have some traffic lights in case of emergency. This is actually totally fine, because we have all these yellow houses right here. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to disconnect these yellow houses, and they are just, you all got new jobs. Congratulations. Unless you hate it, and then, you know, take it up with HR. Fuck, man. It's fine. It's fine, but it's... Fuck you? These yellows can get down here, but we don't necessarily want them to. Oh, I just saw something that I should have done a long time ago. Hold on. I'm thinking. I don't think I have the juice to refurbish this at the moment. Oh, God. How am I out of road tiles again? Like, what the fuck? It's just offensive. No, no. That's just bad. That's just dumb. I think I want to I think I want to get another bridge before I attempt to do what I want to do here. So for now, I'm just gonna connect these guys here. Should probably be reconnected, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it just yet. It's fine. That's less fine. That's really less fine. This is our catastrophe, I think. It always happens right around here, where it's just like, oh, you're already starved for road tiles? Well, you're gonna really hate this. Like, it's just... What do you expect of me? I don't want to do that, but we need the road tiles. Now they're gonna spawn houses in there, and it's just gonna become a total fucking nightmare, but we need the road tiles. What can you do? Yeah, these all have to stay connected because they're already funding something. I guess we're just gonna connect this as sloppy as possible, because we don't have a lot of road tiles to spare. We'll try to fix it up as more weeks pass, make it look a little less hideous, but for now I think that's about all we can do. We want to keep the purples flowing. I would love another big... Oh, no. This is it, isn't it? I think we're gonna have to take this out, which apparently no one was using, which I find hard to believe. And as a result, we might actually be fine. I thought I was gonna have to wait like a year and a half to get that bridge back. God, the game is just flowing now. So this is a little bit of good news, bad news. On one hand, the game is flowing, which means we're gonna hit 1,000 trips pretty quickly as long as we stay alive. The bad news is that it's not gonna slow down for us to actually fix these problems. So I've used the terminology before, we are in deficit right now. I don't know if that's a good way of putting it, but what I mean by that is, like, we're in debt. Does that make more sense? We're trying to fix problems that have been existing for like 30 minutes now. Except not actually 30 minutes. It hasn't been that long, but you get what I'm saying. Like, we have issues that need fixing, and we don't have the means to fix them. And it's probably going to be a while before we get the means to fix them, which is just kind of bad news. So what do we have to address right now? What's urgent? I would say that we have to get these yellows reconnected. I think that's urgent. So we're going to do that, because the yellow facilities are all, like, pretty backed up at the moment. So I think those have to be reconnected. I want this to look nicer, but at the moment, it just needs to function. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I feel like the white facility, the cream facilities might get a little problematic. So let's reconnect some of these as well. I'm going to save the rest of my roads because inevitably something else bad is about to happen. I think maybe getting a motorway to connect these creams faster over here might still be a pretty decent idea. No, I think, and this is probably something I should have done a long time ago, I think these yellows can handle this facility on their own. We're going to disconnect them entirely to free up this highway, if you will. So now the creams just have a straight shot. They're not going to have to worry about competing over any traffic, except for occasionally these greens, which I kind of want to disconnect and just let them do their thing. Yeah, let's do that. These greens can just help here. That's fine. Let's do this as well. We can't put that bridge back in, so I hope I don't have any regrets there. Okay, so that white lane is just a straight shot now. I like it. I'd like to remodel this area a little bit, but it's not urgent. Remodels aren't urgent right now. As much as my OCD is screaming internally at the way some of these roads look, there's not a lot I can do. We just have to stay alive. Why would you put a greenhouse down there? Or a yellow house? Like, why? Why? It's just gonna have to stay there, because it's not urgent. At this point, we're, like, fighting for survival, and we just have to do that. Okay, so, actually, these yellows could now be connected directly here. They don't have to compete with these creams, because they don't have to come over here anymore. The only reason they would have to go over there is to hit this facility, and they're probably... this would still give them a more direct shot. So, I just accidentally deleted the road instead of adding to it. My bad. So we're going to do that. That gives them more of a direct connection, and again, they don't have to fuss with the whites. Why did I have this road like this? Could I change this? Does that even need to be connected at all? doesn't, does it? I can just completely disconnect that, come to think of it. Okay. As much as this sucks, as much as this run makes me want to scream, it's teaching me how to, like, remodel and see stuff like that, where I'm just like, oh, there's just an easier way to... Because sometimes in the moment, you don't really notice it, right? I think when these yellows were spawning, I didn't connect that facility was, like, right there. Maybe I was starved for road tiles at the time, was maybe the thing. So I had to connect these up here to even connect them to the rest of the world at all. That seems kind of possible. Alright, we're at 760. I think this is now a high score. Can we do it? Will these little changes actually get it done? That seems fine. I'm a little worried about this facility. Just a little worried, not super worried. We just hit 800. I should probably stop watching that because it's going to give me anxiety. Fuck you. What? What can I do? I think there's one thing I can do, and this is a band-aid if I've ever seen one. And nope, we don't have enough tiles. I could connect it right there. It's terrible. The flow of traffic is going to be just completely terrible, just completely bad. I love the red house back here just to add insult to injury. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to have to hold out until the end of Sunday and hope that they give us either a motorway or a bridge, and if we don't get either, we're probably screwed. Well, if we just get more road tiles, we'll probably be able to fix it, but the pinks aren't going to be able to get there fast enough. They're already struggling to handle these facilities, honestly. Like, this is already not in good shape. These houses are completely non-useful. With a bridge, I could connect them down here, I guess. I did get another piece of road tile back from somewhere. I don't really know where, but I think that's enough to technically do this. I mean, it's terrible. It is just the worst. I basically can't remodel this section now because fuck you. I don't think they're even gonna get up here fast enough. Like, I think we're doomed. At this point, my only hope is that we hit 1,000 before we die. Because I don't think it's possible for them to get up here. And they didn't give us either of what we needed. We're gonna fail at like 980. I can see it happening now. I think the only thing I could possibly do to help is to take this bridge down and put it here so that the pinks can just get here faster. And I don't think that's going to help. It's at this point, it doesn't matter. I think our only hope is that we actually hit 1,000 trips before this thing fails. And I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, pinks are on their way. Let me see if I can try and, like, sneak some roads in here just to make this faster for them. Let's also, like, connect these and connect these, because then these guys can dispatch right away. Maybe cross your fingers? I wouldn't say cross your fingers about the pinks getting there in time. I'd say cross your fingers that we hit 1,000 before we fail. Which isn't looking likely. We actually did it. And they managed to save the facility for now. I don't think it's gonna... We're not gonna make it much further, though. Nope, there it goes. By the skin of our teeth. That was so stressful. That was so stressful. That was probably one of the cities that I'm the least proud of. I hated everything about how that was set up. We had to do, like, so many things just to get by and survive. Some people might think that that's all that matters. No, I think presentation's pretty damn important, too. And the presentation on that was awful. It looked terrible. It probably wasn't set up in a very practical way. It was... We had to do what we had to do to win it. And we did it. But I hated most of it. But we never have to do it again. So, we have 2 left. I'm beyond tilted, so I'm not going to be doing any more in this recording session. So the next episode will probably be our daily again, because it'll probably be tomorrow that I'll play again, maybe, probably. I don't know. Maybe not. But the next time I play, I'll probably do the daily first. And then we'll continue. We have Warsaw and we have Chiang Mai. So I want to get 1,000s on these, and that'll, like, complete our journey. That's my goal here. Getting 1,000 points unlocks the challenge modes. The challenge modes are basically the same thing as daily challenges and weekly challenges, in which there's just a certain set of modifiers. I don't know if the seeds are set for those. Like, dailies are, because they're meant to have a leaderboard. If you know anything about roguelikes, you probably are familiar with this concept, but the seed is set so that everybody's playing on the same seed. I don't know if the other challenge modes are like that. Those might actually be different every time. I've only done the Los Angeles challenges so far, and I've only done 2 of them. I'm not super eager to dive into the challenges. I've just taken get to 1,000 points as, like, a good milestone of this is what we'll aim for to feel like we're done. And we're getting there. That run was exhausting and I hated it, but thank you all for watching. I hope you still had a good time. I'm already looking forward to playing more, but I do need a bit of a cool down period at this point, I think. But like I said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. It does help to let me know that I should continue making content like this. I think it helps from the algorithm standpoint too, but I like it as a feedback metric personally. That's how I've chosen to look at it, as this is a useful statistic. So, all that aside, there will be more mini Motorways in the future for sure. We're not done yet, not quite. Even though I'm getting quite eager to go back and check out Mini Metro, this game's predecessor, as well, but we're getting so close to what I'm considering my end point that we're just gonna keep pushing. But that's not tonight. That'll be next episode. So, one last time, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take it easy.